Hello, this is Mycologist. I am going to be showing you a bug that's been going on with the plasma weapons. It's been going on for sure with the Taran and the Redeemer. I'm going to test it out with the Magnum as well. I'm going to put these all three on a golem so I can test all three of them at the same time. It's a bug in which the shots go right through the target when they're next to a wall. Particularly when you're shooting them and when you and the wall are both in between the opponent, that is when it goes right through the wall. Now I haven't completely tested it thoroughly yet, but I'm going to do a little bit more thorough testing on this video of how far away from the wall they can be until you actually can start hitting them. I haven't tested that, but when they face hug the wall and you're shooting at them from a certain distance, it almost always misses. Okay, we're going to test it out on Shenzhen. I'm using two accounts here, my main account and an alternative account. That way I can truly test. I don't know if anybody's ever done this test, but I'm going to try to show this to Pixonic. I'm going to send them a report and ask them to watch this video. If they can. Hopefully they will. So they can actually see what's actually happening. Alright, first I gotta get them into position here. Start with a golem, and I'm going to be shooting a Leo, so I can test it out for a little while because Leo has a lot of health. That way I can get a few shots in before it just gets killed. We'll put the Leo behind a wall. Okay, first let's just get that Leo. It's hard to control both at the same time. We're going to Leo is going to be face hugging the wall at first. So it's going to be just totally up against the wall, as you can see. Okay, now I've been testing this out a little bit. I've noticed that it starts out at the 280 meter range when initially it starts to miss. Anywhere from 280 to 320 meters. Anything closer or further away seems to hit most of the time. But that range is the iffy range, the 280 to 320 meter. I call it the ghost shell range. So I'll show you that right now. I'll show you a little bit before that range just to show that I'm telling the truth here. We'll start out with the Taran. That one for sure has a definite issue. Okay, basically 275. See, it's hitting. You can see. Oh, sometimes it misses. It's an iffy range where it will actually sometimes hit and sometimes miss. As you can see, it's totally missing them now. But it's kind of, sometimes it misses at 270. See, it can even miss this close. Wait till it reloads a minute. But sometimes it'll hit, I think. It's not even hitting at all right now. Even at 270. So I think you can consider 270 to actually be the beginning of the ghost range. But once I get closer, see like 265, it starts to hit. Yeah, even 260. See, it's hitting no problem. 265 or 266, even then it's hitting, or occasionally missing still. Yeah, it hits and kind of misses, but when you get to within like 200, like this range, it hits every time, no problem. I've tested it. Alright, now the ghost range, it ends at about 320. I figured it actually, when you go beyond 320, it hits just fine. But at 320 or lower, it's still missing. Let's go at 320. Still missing. 321. It's still missing. Now we're starting to hit. What when it gets about 322 or 323 actually. No. Yep, starts to hit. So it's somewhere between, if you want to be exact about it, 270 to 322 is the range where, when they're by a wall, it's when it starts to miss. And that includes the Redeemer. See, I want to go into like about the middle of the range. 300 is about right, it's somewhere in the center of that. That's like a guaranteed miss. As you can see, the Redeemer is also missing. This is missing. I have not tested the Magnum. Oh, yeah, it's missing too. I'll show them all three at the same time. Completely missing. Not even anything is hitting it. I could just sit here forever and it's not even hitting him. Pixonic, how do you explain this? I'm sorry, but I mean, you gotta do something about this. This is ridiculous. I'm just laying this guy to waste. And it's not even doing anything. It's just absolutely crazy. Strangely, my other account just messed up here a minute. Oh, shoot. I'm surprised it's still actually showing him because he got booted. But it's still hitting him anyway, so that had nothing to do with him actually whether he's there or not. See, now it's hitting him just fine. Then you go here. We're missing again, yeah. But then we go beyond that 320. Let's go like to the max range, or right here. Dead. I don't understand this. So what I'm going to do next is test out how far away from the wall does it have to be until it starts to actually hit. Not you, but I'm talking the enemy target. How far away does he have to be from the wall? And we're going to test that out just a minute here. I got to get him reconnected. Okay, now you can see he's right up against the wall again. So I'm going to go within the ghost shell range. And I'm going to move him up and I'm going to move the enemy up 10 meters at a time to see until finally I can start hitting him within that ghost shell range when he's near a wall. So we're going to start out at like 320 meters, so it'll be 310 meters is how close it'll be, which is in the ghost shell range. So 320. Right there. Now we're going to give him what's 310 meters. There we go. Let's see if he's hit. Magnum. One hit. The first one hit, but now they're all going through him. Taran. I think a couple are actually hitting him. They're just grazing him. But just most of them are missing. As you can see, it's not doing nearly as much damage as it should be. Another Redeemer. Miss. Another miss. Not a single hit. So it's still having that problem even from that close. Alright, so we have another 10 meters up, so he's 20 meters away from the wall. There. Now he's 20 meters away from that wall. Magnum, still missing. With the occasional hit, as you can see, the damage is slightly going down, but it still looks like it's it almost has the effect like it looks like it's going through him. It's not doing as much damage as it should be doing. The Taran, starting to damage him a little bit better, but it's still not showing those the hit indicator, and it's still not doing as much damage as it should be doing. Now the Redeemer. Like one shot is hitting. It's supposed to be doing more damage than that as well. But from 30 meters out, it's actually starting to be consistent with hitting. Like half of the shots are hitting basically from this distance. Right now, we're gonna move 30 meters away from the wall. There. Oh. Hard to get at the exact spot. Come on. There. Oh. There. Finally. Alright, he's 30 meters away from the wall. I'm still in that ghost shell range. Oh, it's going through him completely now. With a Magnum. I can even move. And let's even just I'll move to an angle. Just to show that it's going right through him again. now it's basically completely immune right now. Everything's just going right through him. Redeemer, yeah, 30 meters is no difference. He might as well just be up against the wall. It's the same, doing the same exact thing. Right now we're gonna move him back to 300, and we're gonna move up another 10 meters, so he'd be 40 meters away from the wall. And then we'll see if it hits. That's a little too far. Alright. He's about 40 meters away from that wall now. And now we're getting hits. Yeah, we're getting complete hits on everything now. Now before he dies, I want to go back just slightly to see about 20. Let's see about 35 meters. See if that's the magic spot. So 5 meters back. There. And it's hitting from there. So I think 25 meters might be our magic number for how far away the wall he can be within that certain ghost shell range. He's got to be, if he's 25 meters or closer to that wall, then he'll start missing, apparently. And of course, if we go back near the wall, as you can see, we're still in that ghost shell range. Now it's not missing. Go figure. We're gonna get another bot out here and see. I'm gonna get the Griffin out here now. Whoops. So we figured it's somewhere between 30 to 40 meters away from the wall before it starts hitting effectively in that range when he's in front of the wall. So something like that. Now we're just going to put him just a little ways in front of the wall. I'm going to show you that even when you don't shoot directly in front of him, even if it's at an angle like this, see, I'm at an angle and there's still a wall behind him, but there's just I'm at an angle, not directly in front of him, it'll still miss within that range. I can get within that range. Okay, let's see here. I'm also on a different level too. He's on a lower plane than I am, on top of it. Okay, this shouldn't. That's in that range where it's gonna probably miss. Yeah, see, it's going right through him. See them all at the same time. He's just nothing's hitting at all. Doesn't have to even be straight away. And then this might hit, might miss. No, it's still missing. All my shots at the same time. Just harsh. It's doing just a minuscule amount of damage. And then within that range, it's hitting just fine. Now, see, go up to him. It's just I'm having no problem taking him out whatsoever. So I'm pretty much just going to sum it up for this bug. I hope that Pixonic looks at this and looks into trying to fix this, because this is really hurting the effectiveness of all these weapons, particularly the Redeemer, because the Redeemer is supposed to be the most damage, so it's going to affect that one the most. But it's affecting all of them in a negative way, making them, if people know this glitch, they can take advantage of it by just standing in front of a wall and hoping they don't get too close to you or too far away. They're within that 3-meter range, so you can at least try it. I mean, if somebody's near you and you want to survive as long as possible, just try to make sure you're up against the wall, and you have a pretty good chance you can dodge some of the shots. It's totally ridiculous. There's no way it should be that way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope Pixonic, I hope you're watching this, because you need to fix this. Alright, mech out.